You talked about holding off till Saturday to give them a couple extra days to get in. How's it been through two? Do you feel like you're getting through a little bit?
Yes, sir. It's been fun. The energy on the field, the guys have been flying around. They've really been doing a good job preparing even before we get on the field, spending some extra time to football's football. It's about learning a new language. There's some similar things, so it's a lot of times it's that little extra study time and prep to help learn the language, so when we do get on the field we can fly around, and been really happy about the emphasis that we've been stressing. The discipline, the toughness, the effort, and the communication as 111 pre-snap.
What are the traits you're looking for with a stud linebacker?
So the stud linebacker is what you would see in the NFL draft, is everybody that gets labeled as an edge guy,
right.
A guy that has rush, drop capability, guys that have that length to be able to handle themselves and set edges in the running game. And so guys that can open and close their hips, move in space, that's pretty much what we're looking for.
And do you feel like right now you're just kind of evaluating guys that fit those traits, or did you already have an idea coming in kind of?
Yeah, by watching film from last year, there's guys that have done similar things before, like the outside linebackers that played to the boundary here last year. We have probably 6 guys that are more than capable of playing that stud position or standing up on either edge.
Who are some of those guys, I guess?
So like Adrian Jackson, Lamar Winston, DJ Johnson, and there's a whole handful of other guys that are rotating through those.
Could be one of those guys too?
Yeah, he'll play on one of those edges as well.
You obviously watched some film before coming into here and have seen the guys throughout the facility, but do you kind of have like a process of, here's how I get to know guys, like when you're actually like on the field and kind of evaluating as you go?
Well, I think there's on all kinds of different levels. You got to get to know guys. You got to get to know how they learn. You got to get to know how guys prepare so that you can make them comfortable on the field. You got to figure out what do guys do well on the field, and let's put them in those positions. So with the coaches that have been here already, we've obviously relied on them having the knowledge of what guys do best and to put guys in different positions that they're going to be able to succeed in, or keep them in same positions that they have already succeeded in. And so as we get on the field, it's about watching the film and see who's out there playing fast and who feels comfortable and things like that.
You said when you got hired that this defense had a lot of speed and a lot of athleticism. Nothing beats being on the field and actually seeing it firsthand. No, has anything changed, or your impressions of this defense?
Not one bit, and even more excited. Even more excited. We got depth. We're rotating in most positions, almost 3 levels, and guys are able to play 100% on each snap. Handle their primary responsibility and get to the ball, because we got plenty of depth where we can rotate guys in and out. What
about things that you weren't expecting that maybe are there or further along? Is there anything of that nature there for you?
Not necessarily. Not that we weren't expecting. It's the fine details that we got to continue on with. The way we operate pre-snap and the standard in which we're holding them to is something that is a little bit new to them, and then how we finish on every single rep, and that's nothing new to them. That's part of our program culture here that Coach Cristobal sets.
First time in 7 years you're with a new program, new guys.
Yes,
it's strange to go out there. I mean, for the past few years, even if freshmen came in, you knew what 2/3 your guys can do. You're seeing guys live, 100% of them for the first time. Is that odd for the first couple of days, trying to figure out how they match up to maybe what you saw on tape?
Being here for a couple weeks before we got on the field and getting to see the fourth quarter runs and things like that, and the agilities, having a good idea of seeing how guys move, seeing what guys do well. Obviously being able to watch film last year, but yes, being on the field with them is a whole different deal. And
not
seeing
knowing these guys.
Yeah, and a lot of them, and here's the thing that we got to understand. I mean, we've been in recruiting and kind of know each other from recruiting, so a lot of these guys, I would say half the guys on defense, I'm familiar with because of the recruiting process.
Because you either were recruiting into Boise or you just saw them at camps when you knew. So
that's exactly right.
Familiar.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least half of the defensive personnel has been that way, if not more.
Does that ever help during season when you're playing against guys that you once recruited against?
I think it does. I mean, obviously it helps to know personnel and things like that. But once again, too, like another thing that's been exceptionally helpful is we got coaches here that have been here and that know these young men, know who they are off the field, know the areas that we need to, continue to help them develop, and not just football, but as people.
The way this works, you got 5 and then a break.
Yes, sir.
Is there something you want to see through 5, or is it just sort of more of a 15 for you, and what you want to get in is over 15?
No, there's no question. In this first quarter right here, what we really want to get a hold of is, number 1, our fundamentals. our fundamentals and our technique, and having consistency within those at on all levels of the defense, and then how we operate pre-snap and how we finish plays. That is a huge deal right now, and that will make the scheme. That will make the scheme, because what happens from the pre-snap to how we finish, everything in between is fundamentals and technique. And so we got to break it up like that. The things that we emphasize and how we emphasize, that's what we'll get, and that's what we're hoping for here in the next week.
How are the new guys, or how are the guys that have been here responding to you? I mean, I know you're always going to embrace a coach to some degree, but have you got a lot of good feedback from them?
Yes, sir. You know what? They've been awesome. One big thing that very grateful and blessed for is these guys have opened up their heart. They want to win a championship, and just like Coach Cristobal is, you know, he's raised the standard in everything we're doing. And we all got to open up our hearts and be coachable and work every single day, one day at a time, to meet that standard. And the guys have been awesome at all the new little things, and there's not a lot. There is a great base here already to build off of, and so the guys have been awesome.
Okay, thanks everybody.
Thanks.